Good morning, magical humans. It is a glorious day. I'm in my car, so I apologize for any shakiness. Let me know that you're here and that you can hear me, because I'm using headphones that I've never used for a live before, so I don't know if they're going to be amazing, not amazing, but I'm excited about today's conversation. So, a lot of my clients come to me and they're like, I can't see it. I don't see the money when I don't have any in my bank account. I don't have any coming in. What do I do? What do I do? And, it was interesting because a lot of information that has been coming through for me in the last couple of days has been about this very topic. So I'm going to give you some information and I share with you what I'm doing right now to manifest. And so what we want to do is always remember that money is a vibrational frequency. And in order for us to bring more money or love or whatever it is that you desire into your life, you want to create the container. And that's what I really want today's conversation to be about, is creating the container. And so as humans, we're the human. Even when I talk about doing work in our chakras, we're going in and we're clearing space within ourselves so that the divine receive has a space to land. I always say, I help spiritual entrepreneurs create the space within themselves to hold success so that they can make an impact in the world with their stardust. And what I mean by that is that we cannot put any more water into a cup that is already full. I liked it better up here. And so we have to make space. We have to make space within ourselves. And so we have to be willing to release that which isn't serving us to allow more in of what is. So if you're thinking about one of the spiritual laws is the law of sacrifice. Now, the law of sacrifice is not like you have to give up something that you desire or that is beautiful or loving or magical, but you do want to be willing to give up something. What am I willing to give up in order to receive this? And that could be, I'm going to give up watching Netflix. I'm going to give up looking at my bank account and seeing what isn't there. I'm going to give up getting angry with somebody in my life because it's not serving me. So there is a willingness to release something that you're currently doing that is not of your highest good, that is not on the vibrational frequency of that in which you desire, that you're willing to let go of. The second piece of this is, I'm reading Florence Shin, The Game of Life. Fuck, I love this book, and I'm reading it again for the second time, and I forgot how much I love this book. So there's certain books that you can read. Florence Shin, The Game of Life and How to Play It is one of them. Working with the Law. What is the one that I'm thinking of? The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles. Raymond Hollywell is the Working with the Law. These are 3 books that I reread over and over and over and over and over again, because I stay in the vibrational frequency of allowing the information that they're talking about, because spiritual law is the law. Spiritual law is the law. Even if you look at it from the Hermetic principles of the Golden Dawn, same thing. They're still spiritual laws. I'm fascinated with these 2 right now, just so we're clear on the Kabbalah. I just think it's all very fascinating information. So one of the ways that we set the container to receive things that we don't know where they are is to just be in the present of making the space within ourselves and calling it in, letting the divine know that we are ready. I'm willing to give up this habit, this thing that isn't serving me in order to bring in newness. So we're willing to release something, let something go in order to have something of a higher vibrational frequency. We visualize our life as if it exists within us. And this is the challenging one, to live as though it already is your life, like the experience of it, that your bank account is full, that you have 0 debt. If these are your desires, they might not be your desires, that you have a full client roster, that the right clients are coming to you, which brings me to what I'm doing today. Right? So one of the ways that I'm creating the container, if you've been watching my Instagram at all, is that I want to create an altar for the coven, for the women that are coming in. And I had these IKEA shelves and I couldn't light incense and I couldn't light candles, which are 2 ways that I celebrate on my altars. And so I was like, okay, so I sold the shelves, get rid of the shelves, right? Get rid of. So I'm willing to sacrifice something that isn't serving me. And then I create the container for them to come. This altar is the container. It was interesting because in Florence Shin's book, she talked about it from the sense of this woman had come to her and she was like, You know, last year I was able to buy all these Christmas presents, and this year I can't buy the Christmas presents. And Florence was like, just go out and let the divine know that money is coming to you. You know, do something to create the container so that the money knows that it has a place to land. And so the woman went out and she bought the Christmas wrapping paper, and she bought the tags to go, as if the presents were already there. And of course, the money found its way to her. You know, we talk about this in the vortex when you're talking about Abraham Hicks too, right? Like, you be in the space of allowing yourself to receive it, creating the space within yourself to allow, you know, what spirit is offering you right here, right now, to find its way in. And so that's what I'm going to do right now. And I'm going to go get this beautiful piece of furniture that I will be able to create the altar on for the coven, and, you know, invite the women who are here to feel their empowerment and their spark. Even deeper, I'm kind of fired up after the inauguration yesterday, you guys, because that was the divine feminine in all her fucking glory. Like, when I witnessed Amanda Gorman and J-Lo and Lady Gaga and Kamala all coming in there, and, you know, their presence, their authority, their whole fire, right? They were tapped and tuned into their knowing. And that vibrational frequency, I was just like, it was rolling over the entire world, and it was significant. So I'm excited. I'm going to go grab the altar now. Mwah! I will talk to you guys next week.